Have you had enough reaction trailers for Spider-Man and are just ready to talk some physical media? Oh, I can't believe Dr. Octopus is back!
And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel, Side Hustle Cinema here. Just kidding to all you Spider-Man fans out there. It was a cool trailer. Just a lot of overreaction during some of those reaction videos. It looks cool, you know, that's good enough. You don't have to fake it. So let's talk about some physical media. We'll talk about what comes out today. I'll show you what I picked up. And then we'll jump ahead a week and talk about what comes out next week when I see you next Tuesday. I'd like to take a second and just say, if you guys like talking physical media, do me a favor and hit that like button for me. It really helps out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to, drop a comment down below about anything we talked about today, even the new Spider-Man trailer. So before we get to today's releases, there's some interesting pre-orders that came out this week that I want to talk about. The first one was the Harry Potter 8-movie collection. Yeah, it's $139.99 for this set. You get all 8 movies on 4K. Comes with the collector's packaging. It's a pretty sweet set. Now, I think if you're a Harry Potter fan, you probably have maybe multiple sets of Harry Potter by now. You know, I've never been a big Harry Potter fan, but this one looks pretty cool. We also got the official announcement that Who Framed Rodger Rabbit is coming to 4K, and it's going to be released on December 7th. And we get to see the slipcover edition and the steelbook. Yeah, this was a movie that I think a lot of people were wanting on 4K, myself included. This is a very, very cool movie. I haven't seen this one in a while, and now I'm definitely going to wait till that 4K comes around. Both the slipcover and the steelbook look really good, nice. I mean, you really can't go wrong either way you go. The Howling is getting a 40th anniversary 4K collector's edition, and it's coming out from Studio Canal, so that's overseas, so you're gonna have to import it if you want it. It comes out October 25th. Boy, I would like to have it on 4K. That would be really nice, and it looks pretty good. I like the artwork on there. It comes with a poster, a book, and looks like some art cards. I have that steelbook from Scream Factory, which looks really nice too, and it was an excellent addition to the movie. I mean, I'm sure the 4K would be a little bit better, but how much better? I don't know. Is it worth the upgrade? I don't know. If it was an American release, then I would be more inclined to get it, but importing's really expensive, so more than likely I'm just going to be taking a pass on this one, especially because it comes out in October, and that's such a busy month, and November's looking busy too now, so yeah, as much as I hate to say it, I'm probably gonna pass on that one. Free Guy is getting a really quick turnaround. It's going to be available on 4K and Blu-ray on October 12th. I mean, that's a super quick turnaround. We got Unbreakable coming out on September 21st on 4K. It's nice that they put this one on 4K, so now you can get that, complete the trilogy with Glass and Split. Also on September 21st, we're gonna get F9, the Fast Saga. It's the latest edition of the Fast and the Furious. I enjoy the franchise. I know a lot of people don't, but I do, and I didn't like the F9 as much as some of the others, but it is what it is. I mean, I got what I was expecting, but I'll be picking it up. I have all the others on 4K, so. And then the last one I want to talk about is from Synapse, and that is Demons 1 and 2, and that is going to get a 4K American release on October 19th. Only problem I really see here is that the price point on it. I mean, the pre-sale right now is $80, and that feels a little steep for a 2-movie set, especially without any real collector's packaging on this one. The artwork does look awesome, and just going over the specs, everything looks like you're gonna get a really nice transfer. I don't know, $80. I'm hoping it comes down a little bit. 65. I'm a buyer at 65. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it either way. So let me know down in the comments, which of these pre-orders are you thinking about picking up? Now, last week we went through everything that was coming out this week. So we'll just touch on just some of the highlights of things that were coming out this week, and then I'll show you what I picked up today. I know a lot of people are excited about the Cat O' Nine Tails getting a 4K release from Arrow Video, but the big movie of the week was The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. I've heard a lot of people say that they're thinking about waiting on this one, and I'm kind of one of those people. Yeah, I'm not pulling the trigger on this one. I do want to add it to the collection at some point, but I'm going to wait a while before I pick it up. If I bought it now, I wouldn't even watch it. It would just sit around for a while. So I might as well wait for that price drop. A movie that I do have coming today that I am excited about is The Return to Salem's Lot. I pre-ordered it, not from Scream Factory. I kind of wish I would have. I pre-ordered it from Amazon, but at least it is on its way. It will be here today. And then I also picked up Overboard. I had to order that one as well, and fingers crossed. So I won't be able to show those today, but I'll show them next week when I get them in. Peter Rabbit 2, I guess, is a big release this week. It had a 4K and a Blu-ray, and then a combo with the first movie, Peter Rabbit, and then you get Peter Rabbit 2 on Blu-ray. I don't know much about Peter Rabbit. I've never seen him. I guess, if it's any good, let me know. I don't think I'm going to be picking that up anytime soon. So the theme pretty much for the month of August has been the same for me, and that is I've used this sort of a slow period where I haven't really been interested in too many of the new releases coming out to go back and pick up a few titles that I've missed along the way, build up the collection, take advantage of some of these deals that keep coming up. And there's really been some good deals this month. Last week I know I told you that I had a couple movies ordered that weren't in before I taped last week, and that I would show them off this week. So let me do that right away. And the first movie was Sundown, A Vampire in Retreat from Vestron Video. This was actually a really good movie. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. Very cheap price, only like $12.96. It's a good pickup. I highly recommend this one. It's a vampire movie, but it's not super strong on the horror. It was just interesting. It just kept me entertained. It's 90 minutes and it flew by. One group of vampires wants to drink synthetic blood and live amongst humans. The other group wants to go back to, eating people. And so, they have a little battle in the desert there. And it's got Bruce Campbell in it. Can't go wrong. David Carradine's in it too. Kung Fu. And the other movie that I had ordered that came in this week was Stay Out of the Attic. The story sounded good on this one. That's why I wanted to pick it up. And again, it's from RLJE. They always put out really affordable titles. It's a Shudder original. I had some high hopes for this one. Unfortunately, I didn't like it. It's only 81 minutes long, and for me, this movie actually drug. It just didn't feel like the story was fleshed out very well. There didn't seem like there was a ton of story there. They could have worked with what they had a little bit more. They left a lot of things kind of unexplained, and the monster is pretty cool. I mean, I can say that. The ending. The ending was okay, but this felt like an hour long. Like it could have been an hour long episode. of some anthology TV show or something. It just didn't feel like a feature film. I don't recommend that one. And if you saw one of my out and about videos this week, I went to Target and picked up a DVD, which I don't do very often. But I got Are You Afraid of the Dark? Book of Shadows. Curse of the Shadows. Not Book of Shadows. There was a Book of Shadows. But, yeah, Curse of the Shadows. Very good. This thing is actually about 4.5 hours long, and I binge watched the whole thing this weekend. I watched it in one setting. All the kid actors are really good in it. The tone, the mood of it was really good. There were some comedic moments in there, some suspense. It really had it all. Very good storytelling. I mean, just, I wish some of these hardcore horror movies would take just some basic story and storytelling from shows like this. This was good. I do recommend this. I picked up 3 Scream Factory titles this week, and one of them even came with a slipcover, which I totally wasn't expecting. And the one that came with the slipcover is Stung. As you know by now, I love some animal attack movies. I mean, this is my favorite subgenre to my favorite genre, which is horror. And I watched the trailer on this one, and it looked fantastic. I've not yet watched it, but it looks like a really fun movie. And keeping the animal attacks theme going, I picked up Strays from Scream Factory. This is a movie about like domestic house cats that attack people. I haven't seen this one in a long time, so I think when I watch it though, I think some of it will come back to me. But it's been a while since I've watched this. I've forgotten a lot of it though, but I'm looking forward to checking this one out again. I expect it to be somewhat cheesy, because they are just domestic house cats. It's not like a mountain lion, it's not like a bobcat or something. Just regular cats. I don't know how many cats it would take to take me down, but I think it'd be quite a few. I feel fairly confident I could kick a house cat's ass if I needed to. And then the final Scream Factory movie that I got, it's another older title. It's Death Valley. And this stars Peter Billingsley, little Ralphie from the Christmas Story. And he's in there with Catherine Hicks, which is the mom from Child's Play. And this is kind of a stalker, kind of road rage, home invasion type movie. Again, this is another one that I have not seen, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a first time watch because it's been that long. I mean, I'm sure some of it will come back to me. I vaguely remember parts of it, but I think I've only seen it the one time, and that was probably back when it was made, which I think that, what was it, 86, I think. Looking forward to checking this one out. Maybe I can do one of those things. Does that look right? No. And finally, I had a nice little haul this week, but the last one I picked up is another older title that just got recommended to me when I was picking up, those Scream Factory ones. And it's The Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. And look at that cover. What a great cover that is. And this one's just like Death Valley, and just like Strays. I've seen it, but boy, has it been a long time. This one I remember a little bit more, so I've seen this one like a couple of times, but it has been a long time. But what a great cover. Can't wait to watch this one again. I don't know if I'm going to try to hold off some of these for, you know, a little bit closer to Halloween, or if I'm just going to dive into them this weekend. You never know. Anyway, that's what I picked up this week. Nice little stack. A lot of horror titles there. And so far, the only things that I've picked up this week is Overboard and Return to Salem's Lot. Those are the only two that I've picked up this week. And speaking of horror movies and Halloween, I see here that our little buddy Sam says we have just 68 more days till Halloween. But who's counting, right? If you didn't see my pickup from Spirit Halloween, this guy was one of them. So go check out that video. You can also see my Michael Myers lamp poking out just above my shoulder there. There he is, hanging out back there on the shelf. So because we are a progressive show here on Side Hustle Cinema, we're going to jump ahead a week and take a look at everything that's coming out on August 31st when I see you next Tuesday. I'm going to try to move through this list kind of quickly, keep the time down on this video. So here we go. Well, the biggest release coming out next week on the 31st is going to be Dune 4K from Arrow Video. It's also getting a standard Blu-ray release from Arrow, as well as a steelbook edition. Another big release coming out from Warner Brothers is In the Heights, and it's getting a Blu-ray and a 4K edition. Spirit Untamed is getting a Blu-ray edition from Universal Studios. And there's an animated Mortal Kombat movie coming out, Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. And that's getting a 4K, a Blu-ray, and a steelbook edition. Fear the Walking Dead is getting a complete 6th season released on Blu-ray. Shout Factory is putting out Coraline. Sony Pictures is putting out 12 Mighty Orphans. Acorn Media is putting out Murdoch Mysteries Season 14 on Blu-ray. Kino Lorber's putting in the work, and they're releasing quite a few movies on Blu-ray, including The Last Man on Earth, The Raven, Master of the World, The Comedy of Terrors, and Berlin Alexanderplatz. Criterion is putting out Beasts of No Nation on Blu-ray. Arrow Video is putting out The Brotherhood of Satan on Blu-ray. Disatech Media is putting out Grimm's Fairy Tale Classics Season 2 on Blu-ray. 88 Films is putting out The Gestapo's Last Orgy. The Box Trolls is coming out from Shout Factory on Blu-ray. AGFA is putting out She-Freak on Blu-ray. And a movie that I actually already have pre-ordered coming out next week is Bugsy Malone. It's the Paramount Presents line. It's number 23. Vinegar Syndrome has quite a few releases that they have slated to come out this week, although I know I've covered some of these in weeks past. I'm not sure, what the deal is on that, but I'll just go over them anyway. They have Rancho Deluxe on Blu-ray coming out. I also see Through the Fire on Blu-ray. And I remember that one specifically because it's supposed to be a sequel to The Gates of Hell, Part 2. I know I've seen that one. I remember talking about that one with Pop's Movie Dungeon. I think we talked about that. Also from Vinegar Syndrome, they have The Forgotten Gali. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Volume 2. It's got 3 movies in it. The French Sex Murders, Girl in Room 2A, and My Dear Killer. Also from Vinegar Syndrome is Auntie Lee's Meat Pies on Blu-ray. And a few more from Vinegar Syndrome. We have Tough Guys Don't Dance on Blu-ray. We have Phantasm and Phantasm Comes Again, a 2-pack. We also have Terminal Island. It's a 4K from Vinegar Syndrome, and it's actually limited to 5,000. We also have Girls School Screamers coming out, and it too is limited to 5,000. And then finally from Vinegar Syndrome, we have Whatever It Takes on Blu-ray. And just a few more movies we have rounding out the week. We have The Summer of '85 coming from Music Box Films. Scorpion releasing The Devil's Eight on Blu-ray. Coming from Gunpowder and Sky, we have Awaken. It's a 4K Blu-ray. And finally from Music Box Films, we have Beats on Blu-ray. And that's going to do it for today's show. Hope you guys have a wonderful Blues Day Tuesday. I want you guys to have fun, stay safe, keep watching those movies, and I'll see you next Tuesday.